Hey everyone, we're at the MSI booth now at CES 2019, and we have something special for you. It's the MSI Lightning Z 2080 Ti, and this one, there were some leaks online of the PCB, but from what I saw, none of those leaks had the cooler, and we have that here for you today. It's still getting finalized, so this thing isn't 100% done yet, but release date, or at least the model here isn't. Release date is January 22nd, price TBD. But what we do know is some about the cooler and the VBIOS. Before that, this video is brought to you by the Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Master motherboard, which comes equipped with one of the more powerful Z390 VRMs for heavier overclocks on the new 9th gen Intel CPUs. The Aorus Master is also one of the few motherboards with a real heatsink this generation, featuring a mix of high surface area fins and looks-oriented cover blocks. Oh, and it's also got updated RGB illumination. Learn more at the link below. So from the cooler side, first of all, you've got some gold plating on there, but that's just aesthetic stuff, so up to you if you like that or not. It is a triple fan design. The fin stack and the heat sink is going to be where most of the interest is, and that's because they are using, it looks like 8 heat pipes. So there are 2 of those that are 8 millimeters by eye, and then the remainder are 6 millimeter heat pipes, and those route through the entirety of the rest of the fin stack. The back plate, as we've seen in previous MSI designs, does have a heat pipe on it as well. So there's a back plate here the back plate's got a, let's see, that looks like another 6 or 8 millimeter heat pipe. Told it's composite, which is noteworthy. So composite heat pipe, those tend to be like a mixture of materials. Typically with heat pipes, you have mesh, sintered, weave, composite. This is a composite heat pipe from what we understand today. There are thermal pads on the back. These are extra thick thermal pads, but there's a reason for it, because the backplate has sort of a curved design on it. So to elevate it off and make sure there's component clearance, they did have to use the larger thermal pads. As for LEDs, of course, have to talk about those. There's an OLED on top of the card. We have B-roll of that, and it shows similar to the MSI Gallick motherboard. So the OLED can show a display of clock speed, temperature. You can have like an animation on it if you want, if that's your kind of thing. So I think that covers most of the basics of what we've seen here. There are a couple of more advanced elements to note on the cooler, and one of them is going to be the airflow control, they're calling it, which is on the right side of the card. So similar to what we saw with some of the EVGA designs recently, where they really advanced like just drilling holes through, for example, the fin stack. MSI is also advancing just the simplicity of the heat sink to a point where it can exhaust some of that air a bit more efficiently, get it out of the card faster, so you're not limited to just the top and bottom exhaust, because that's the fin orientation. For the rest, VBIOS, that's worth note. There are 2 BIOS options on here. There's a switch, and one of them is a 350 watt VBIOS that's stock out of the box, bare bones. And then the other one is supposed to be, they're not 100% confirmed yet, but 500, 550 watts, something in that range. And then there might be like an unlocked VBIOS that NVIDIA will be providing for the higher end cards like this one in the future. So it covers VBIOS, it's got the cooler, and the base plate we can't show you today. Base plate and the PCB are, the model here is a static demo. It is not final, so we can't show that, unfortunately. I don't know the MOSFETs on it. I know that's a 16 plus 3 phase, so VMEM 3 and VCore 16 phases. And then the base plate will have a sort of like pin fins on top of it. So in terms of surface area, that's a good thing to see for the base plate, but the rest of it, TBD, we'll find out once we have one. So that covers the Lightning. Just a quick note, there are some 2060 models here as well, so this would be one of them. And I mean, it's 2060s. We'll probably be reviewing these depending on how popular the card is, because as of now, reviews just went live. So we'll keep you posted on 2060s, but let us know what you think about the Lightning, and hopefully we get a chance to look at the full PCB once it's done. Thank you for watching. As always, subscribe for more. I'll see you all next time.